What up, it's Dane here, coming at you with a nice quick video on working out on an empty stomach. So let's get going. I don't know why I just did that. So you're probably wondering, am I going to be losing muscle if, let's say, I follow intermittent fasting diet protocol, I work out 6 a.m. and I break my fast at 4 p.m. So here's the deal. Let's talk about muscle protein synthesis. So when we work out, and we know in order to gain muscle, our muscle protein synthesis needs to be greater than our muscle protein breakdown. So when we work out, muscle protein synthesis, it spikes and then slowly decreases as time goes on. As well as this, protein also increases muscle protein synthesis. So now that we know that, it's working out at 6 a.m. and then breaking fast at 4 p.m. Does that mean you're going to lose muscle? And is working out on an empty stomach good? Well, first of all, let me tell you a quick story. So I was working out, and I've been working out on an empty stomach for years and years and years. For over 2 years, basically all the time I work out is on an empty stomach. And I was a spot for one on shoulder press or something, and a guy said, "Oh, you'll be much stronger if you have a big protein shake, have a lot of like a big meal before you work out." And in some ways, he's not really wrong because everyone is different. However, I still feel strong if I work out on an empty stomach or not. So do what works for you. That's so important. That's like the biggest thing on fitness right there. Do what works for you. So now that we know that, working out on an empty stomach, if it doesn't affect you, if you can still lift a lot of weight and like eating and working out on an empty stomach, there's no difference, then that's okay. Now let's talk about total daily protein intake. If you do not hit your total daily protein intake, let's say if you don't even get 0.6 to 0.8 grams of protein per pound of body weight, then it's probably a good chance that you're going to lose some muscle mass, especially if you're in a large calorie deficit. Remember, the larger the calorie deficit, the higher the protein intake is required in order to retain that lean muscle tissue. Keep that in mind. So that's your total daily protein intake. Step number 2 is your energy balance, your energy intake. Let's say you need to consume 2,500 calories per day in order to, let's say, get a good amount of fat loss, and all of a sudden you're consuming 1,500 calories per day with an insufficient amount of protein, then your lean muscle mass is probably going to get bad down. You're going to get very anabolic. Now that we know that, let's get into meal timing. Although meal timing, meal frequency, all this kind of stuff, and the research has shown this is not very important at all compared to the massive big picture, which is the total daily intake and a protein intake, meal timing does become a little bit more important when you work out on an empty stomach and doing intermittent fasting. So here's the deal. If you've been working out on an empty stomach, let's cover intermittent fasting and not intermittent fasting. So working out on an empty stomach is fine. But if you don't have your protein for a very long period of time, let's say you do intermittent fasting, then it does become more important. Basically, if you don't have protein pre-workout or during workout, it becomes a bit more important post-workout. Hence why when you do intermittent fasting, consuming a post-workout meal is a bit more important than if you have protein before, so pre-workout. So there it is, intermittent fasting. When you do that meal timing, have a post-workout meal, like 20 to 30 minutes after. When you do just working out on an empty stomach, it really doesn't matter because it's early in the morning, you didn't have anything for pre-workout, or during, you didn't have any protein then, so maybe just consume a post-workout meal then. Nothing really that serious, but there you go. Working out on an empty stomach is not going to really affect you at all. You're not going to just get all anabolic, like lose your muscle, it shrinks or shit like this. As long as you get the big picture, the total daily intake and the total protein intake. There it is, that's the deal. Stay positive, subscribe to the channel. Let's get it, let's smile, let's have fun. I'm out.
No, there ain't no stopping us.